Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest. I got an echo. Let me turn down the monitors here. Big shout out to all the boomers out there in the box. I see Stimp 1024 over there on D Live, booming with the best of them. Good morning to you, sir. As we are opening up even higher, it's the fourth day of gains here on the markets. Definitely for the legacy markets. We got Bitcoin kind of trading sideways after coming off low of 89 this weekend, but we've been trading up ever since that 89 low this weekend. So we'll be talking about the math, whether we're going to be buying, selling, hodling, or whatnot, what plays I'm getting into or what plays I'm getting out of, or what plays I'm avoiding. We'll be talking about that today. Make sure you're dropping a comment, you're touching the buttons, the like, the subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, all that D-Live stuff. I think on D-Live it's follow, not subscribe. But shout out to Michael Toth. Hi, boomers. Good morning to you, Michael. And shout out to everybody tuning in. They changed my user interface here via Restream.io, the software service that I use to live stream to both YouTube and D-Live simultaneously. And I can see an aggregated chat box on my end, but they removed the view count. So I don't know how many people are on the box. Before I can see like there was people here on YouTube. I can see there's people on D-Live. Now I can't see who's where unless you comment. So shout out to Andrew, Sub Champagne. I see you, Andrew. Andrew's in the box. We got Michael in the box, Stimp in the box. Markets are opening up higher. This is the fourth day in a row that the markets are opening up higher. Is it time to buy, sell, hodl? What are we going to do here? Let's look at the markets. Let's run it down, and I'll tell you guys what I've been up to. Let me go ahead and share my screen. You can see the Bitcoin charts at 94.43 after topping off there at about 95.5. We had a little run up there just a few hours ago. Now it's back on the dump, but we've been opening up higher and higher each time. This is the SPY. This is the S&P 500. Let me show you Bitcoin once again. A lot of greenery on the charts. You can see Fastly. This is a cloud service company that I have a play in that expires this week. A nice play that I got. It needs to close above 41.50. It completely crushed that. So I'm sitting pretty with the put credit spread that I did on this Fastly. I put up $100 to get $25. So I think I did that times 5 or times 4. But yeah, it was definitely a nice ROI. You got Square up, Snap is up, and we see a lot of greenery on the boards. Even ETH Classic is up against Bitcoin, which is nice. eBay's up. Where is the bits? The bits down slightly in the red, but not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Like I said, since the weekend, let's look at the 5-day chart. You can see this is the low of the weekend, and we've been climbing since the weekend. So that's good news. Let's go ahead and run down the coin caps and check out what the deals and steals are, or what the plays may or may not be. And if you're getting into anything, let me know. I've been giving you guys update. I'll talk about LedgerX, the Bitcoin options. I'll talk about Robinhood, stock trading, the options as well. I mean, we're going to get into it. Let's run down these prices for the cryptos first and see where we're at today. You can see here on CoinMarketCap, we're currently at 268 billion. Your Bitcoin dominance there at 64.9%. About the same. I'm waiting for this dominance to decrease. It's a nice signal to me that, people are going back into the altcoins. But it has decreased a bit. It was like at 66, 67 during the Bitcoin halving. But I would like to see this closer to 60%. It would indicate to me that altcoins are getting ready to charge up. You got Bitcoin there at 94.60. You got Ether there at 233. I'm bullish on ETH. Ripple at 19 cents. Bitcoin Cash at 239. Satoshi Vision is funny bunny in my opinion. Litecoin at 44.40. Binance at 0.31. I like Binance. EOS at 256. Cardano at 8 cents. And then Crypto.com coin gaining weight. Right now, I think in addition to the Ether as a leader in altcoins, I got a strong eye on both Cardano and Crypto.com coin. I think these may break out and surpass EOS. Maybe even I can see Binance taking over Litecoin, which it has, And I can even see something like, I can see listen, Litecoin it's not doing anything. Litecoin is just sitting there. And my understanding is that they haven't really committed anything to the GitHubs. And as far as that Wimble promise, I mean, I don't hear anything. So I could see in this situation that, Cardano may move up if they actually start delivering product. And then you got Crypto.com coin, which, I've been bullish on since last year. This is a coin that it proves to be, or seems to be, not proven, because I haven't seen their financial, but it seems to be generating revenue. And they may be competitors to Coinbase or whatnot. They got a strong domain name. So you got there 11 cents, 11 and a half cents. We've been tracking this one since it was 3 cents. It went up to 6, then it went back down to 2. This is definitely a good deal in steel. I don't know about the price it is now, but we got in at a good price. Obviously, where it is compared to where it is now. This is in our altcoin portfolio. We have a virtual altcoin portfolio, and this one has really been making gains for us. In addition to others, Tezos there at 263, Stellar at 7 cents, and then you got Chainlink's falling in the rankings at 405. But I still like Chainlink. Guys, drop a comment. Let me know if you're reading me loud and clear. Shout out to Andrew, Michael, and Stimp. Stimp over there on DLive. Andrew and Michael are on YouTube. Guys, follow me on DLive if you can, because we don't want to give all the sauce to YouTube. Let me click on this Salt Lending crypto loan ad via the Brave browser and continue to make BAT tokens just for surfing around. You can too. Download the Brave browser via the link that I have down below right now, and you could start earning BATs immediately. This is like the easiest way. Most of you guys are using Chrome. Why would you be using Chrome when you can use the same exact thing as Chrome, but that it pays you with crypto? It's a no-brainer, guys. So let me close this out, and shout out to Christozilla here in the box. He's been touched by the Holy Spirit. I was thinking about it, Christozilla. It's like you could have just reverted back to Godzilla. Most people wouldn't have got it, but I would have. Christozilla, formerly Cryptozilla, touched by the Holy Spirit. Shout out to you, Zilla. Shout out to Andrew, Michael, and everybody else in the box. Let's go ahead and run down the stocks, and we'll be talking about what the plays are for the champ. I'll let you know what I'm up to this week as far as making movements. I've been doing little swing trades here and there, little options here and there, and I'll keep you guys updated. You got the S&P slightly up in the green there, 0.17 at 3130. Dow 30 up another 0.17 at 26,3340. Crude is slightly in the red. Natural gas is up. Let's look at these bonds. Yesterday they were quite healthy. They have retreated a bit, but they're still above 0.7 at 0.743. And as we said yesterday, when you see the 10-year yield curve rise, soon you see the stocks rise. And it's like a domino effect almost. You got gold trading sideways, and then you can see some of the more active stocks on the U.S. stock exchange, like Urban One, I don't even know what that is. Clear Sign, I don't know what that is. LM Funding, I have no idea. There's some stocks there that are really moving, little Cub coins or Cub stocks. Norwegian is getting clapped up there, down 8% because, it ran up for a second there. And then you got this one, Genius Brands International. I don't know what they do, but this one is like one of the more top traded stocks there on Robinhood. It's popular, and it's got a lot of volume. You got American Airlines getting clapped up as well. And as I said before, there was gains to be made with these airlines, but, it seems like you see them more in the red than you see them in the green. Every once in a while, you'll see the American Airlines or Norwegian, boom up 12, 15%. But most of the time, I see them in the red 5, 6, 7% like they are today, or even more. So, I'll stand back. I'll do my Buffett on that one and just not hodl any of those airline stocks. I'm not too interested. Listen, there were some people that made gains. If you bought the dip and then you sold the rip, but I'm not looking to hodl any of these airlines or cruise ships. I'm not interested with that. I'm not interested. I want to hold software. If I'm going to hodl, I want some tech, and of course, the more bits. And crypto is tech. It is in the tech industry, right? It's very techy. So I like crypto. I like crypto tech. I like stock tech. Indeed. Bitcoin there at 94.22, looking good. Let me check out the chat box. Andrew says, sweet name. Yeah, CryptoZilla. He swapped it out from crypto to Christo. And I'm not mad at him at all. I like that. No FD 1977 says, what up, boss man? Shout out to you. No FD. Good morning to you, sir. So what are the plays that we're getting into today, guys? Or not? Okay. As far as the bits, I've been trying to sell calls, okay, via Ledger X, which is a Bitcoin options trading exchange that is friendly to U.S. residents. It's a KYC exchange, so you'll be doing, regulated trading if you opt to sign up to that. But anyhow, if you're okay with that, then you could do several strategies. Obviously, you could do, if you think that Bitcoin's going to go up in the future, you could buy a call. If you think it's going to go down, you could buy a put. Obviously, that's the traditional, the easy, the fastballs. But if you have Bitcoin, or if you want to buy Bitcoin, there's a other strategy as well. You could sell a call, and basically that's agreeing to sell your crypto in the future at a certain cost. Okay, so I'll give you an example. You can agree, like for instance, this is actually a trade that I'm trying to fill. This is not one that I have filled, but I'm willing to sell my Bitcoin on July 31st for $11,000 if you pay me at least $500 up front. Right now, I think the premium's at $395 or $400. So let me repeat that. So like if you have a Bitcoin, or you could do this in fractions of a Bitcoin, I think the smallest increment is 0.01. Okay, so you could break it down up to a 1/100th. So let's say if you want to sell 1/100th or 1 Bitcoin, you could go ahead and sell the call and just saying, look, I'm willing to sell you this bag in the future if the price is at or below a certain price. So let's recap this. I'm down to sell you the Bitcoin at $11K by July 31st. If you pay me a premium that I collect today, and then we'll sit on it and we'll wait to see what would happen. So I keep the money, I wait. If by the 31st, the price of Bitcoin is above 11K, then you get to buy all my Bitcoins at 11K because you paid me that fee. Now, if the price of Bitcoin is below 11K, then I keep your money and your contract expires worthless. So that's kind of what I'm gunning for. So, I don't think that by the 31st of July, that the price of Bitcoin will be above 11,000. So that's kind of what I'm betting at. So you could set it on, whatever. You could do it. And obviously, if you agree to sell it at 10K, you can collect even more up front. Right now, I mean, if you want to agree to sell it at 8K in the future, you could collect over $1,000 per Bitcoin up front. I showed you guys the order books, and that's one strategy. Of course, that specific order that I'm talking about hasn't been filled. So, let's see. Right now, I think the premiums are about 300 to sell 1 Bitcoin at 11K. 3 or 400. I think maybe it's like closer to 4 to sell 1 Bitcoin at 11K on July 31st. So this is similar to futures, but they're options. Now, I'll show you guys another strategy, the selling puts. Now, let's say you have cash on hand and you're down to buy Bitcoin in the future. And you say, you know what, guys, if it dips under 9 or it goes to 8, I'm down to buy it, no problem. Okay, so you could sell a put, okay, and saying that on July 31st, I'm down to buy Bitcoin at $8,000, no matter what. Okay, so you get into, so obviously you need collateral for this, just like you would need Bitcoin as a collateral to sell a call. You need cash as a collateral to sell a put. So for instance, you could say, all right, I got enough cash here. I got 8,000. I'll put this up for the collateral. You pay me a premium in order to agree to buy your Bitcoin in the future at a certain price, no matter what. Okay, so I can say, look, I'll buy your Bitcoin at 10,000 next month. It's, each strike price has a different premium. So let's say even 10,000. Say, I'll buy your Bitcoin for 10,000 next month. Or, I would obviously not do that, but you could set whatever price. Let's go back to like 8 because I would buy it at 8 next month. I would. So, you pay me up front. I think maybe it's, like $100, $200 or maybe less. I don't know what the premium is. You got to check out the order books. But anyway, you collect a premium up front, you keep that premium, and then you wait it out. Let's see if, by July 31st, if the price of Bitcoin is above 8,000, then I'm going to have to buy it no matter what. Now, if it's below 8,000, I'm obviously in the money. How's eBay doing after the news a day or two ago? I don't know, Slice Keeper. eBay, I've made some gains on eBay, but I did sell the eBay stocks that I had last week. But what I've been doing is a lot of weekly put credit spread on eBay. So I'm doing contracts and I'm not necessarily holding the stock at this moment. But it's been doing well. I haven't lost on any eBay plays, whether it's been a flip of the stock itself or doing the options trading, which is kind of what it is what I'm explaining right now. It's more advanced stuff, but yeah, it's been in the money. I haven't lost. The only play that I've lost on as far as the options and the spread has been on Amazon. I got clapped on Amazon. I lost almost like 500. So you win some, you lose some, but I'm in the green with these spreads. So that's what it is. You got the Bitcoin charts there. So LedgerX, that's what I'm doing, guys. LedgerX, that's one thing. I don't have any links to LedgerX. I don't have any referrals or anything, but I signed up. I showed the ID. It's not private or anything. It's legit, regulated exchange. I think it's the first exchange that was okayed to sell Bitcoin options or whatnot. So that's, some strategies, or you could do this traditional, just buy a call. And like, I'm willing to buy a call and see if, the premium goes up, or reverse. I'll buy a put and see if the price of the bits goes down and the premium of the put goes up. Great. Some of the executives sent a package to a customer. Wasn't sure if the markets reflected the news like they do sometimes in crypto. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that, Slice. That just hasn't came on my radar. But I'm saying I'm not trading. I'm actually in an eBay play right now, an option. I'll let you know the details of it right now. Actually, I'm checking offline here. Let me give you. I'm in an eBay play. I'm currently in a spread right now on eBay. I don't hold the stock as of late, but I'm in a spread that expires the 19th, which is in 2 days. I'm selling a $46 call and I bought a 45. Okay, so basically what it says is that eBay needs to close above $45.77 on June 19th. So that I could be in the money. My average credit is 23 cents per contract for each $100 collateral. So I think I did that times this particular. I think this one was times 2. So I stand to net about 66 cents, right? 46 cents times 23 times 2. So yeah, that's the play I'm in on on Robinhood. On eBay. So yes, to answer you, it's in the money right now. I've still got to wait till June, but I have not been negatively impacted by news that I know of. Champ, I've been trying to learn stuff like DApps. They didn't have that when I was into it back in 2017. Still haven't figured it out. Well, they did have DApps in 2017. And I think maybe you're confused because not all dApps are the same. They're like apps. They do all different types of things. You got DeFi dApps, you got games, you got social media dApps. There's a lot of different dApps. So I don't know exactly what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve, what blockchain you're using. It's there's dApps that run on different blockchains. Most dApps were running on Ether, but you got EOS, you got Tron has a lot of dApps as well. So I don't know the specific question that you're trying to ask me. And also dApp Radar, guys. So you may want to start there. You could see some of the popular dApps and what blockchains they're associated with. Let me show you this real quick. Here on dappradar.com, you can track, analyze, and discover decentralized applications. Okay, so you got, exchanges, you got gambling. So, I mean, there's just dApps in general says no FID. Yeah, so just look at it like they're apps. Like, look, you got an app store, and, what are you dealing with? The difference between an application and the decentralized application is that, one is centralized and it goes through an authority and people have centralized control over it, as compared to a decentralized application that's a little bit more transparent, I would say. And I think, I guess it's open source and it runs on a specific blockchain. Yeah, DApp is just an app but decentralized. Absolutely. Yeah, it's just an app but decentralized. It's like, just like Bitcoin is like a currency, but it's decentralized. Now, one I've actually liked is this one, Decentraland. This one runs on Ethereum, and this DApp is like a virtual reality that where you could buy land in Decentraland, and then you could set up things, and I think you can even set up stores there and stuff. And then you got exchanges like Kyber. We actually have this coin on our altcoin portfolio. You got Splinterlands, which was formerly on Steam, which is now on Hive. This is a game. There's all kinds of stuff. You got games, exchanges. Now Compound is Compound is a DeFi platform on ETH, which has really spiked in volume now because you could put up an Ethereum coin as collateral to get a loan, and then the system will loan you a stable coin. And this is all done through the DApp. And if it's decentralized, you're not dealing with, it's not like a credit check. It's like you use the DApp, and if you got crypto as a collateral, then it will give you a loan with USD. Stable coin. I think it's either USDC or USDT. So I hope that, answered your question. I mean, not completely, but it gives you a point where to start. I would just go to DApp Radar, start clicking around, and be like, oh, what are these DApps about? Okay, what does this DApp run on? All right, I don't know what blockchain you like, but most of the DApps right now are running on ETH or EOS or Tron. Queen's Races dropped me $2. Thank you so much, Queen's. A pixelated hippo chomps on the one up. Shout out to Queen's Races. Good morning to you, sir. Hopefully all is well over there in NYC. Lady Plants is here. Good morning, Lady Plants. No FD is with the thumbs up. Yeah, check that out. No FD. DApp Radar. I'll link it right here in the chat box. I'll give you a little place to explore and check it out, and maybe you come across a DApp you like, So let's see. We talked about the Bitcoin options strategy. I covered that. As far as the stocks, I've showed you my watch list, but I've gotten more into the spreads than just trying to chase the stock, because with the option spread, you define the time that you're, looking to invest. You have an expiration date. You have a defined amount of capital that you're putting on the line of collateral, and then you actually know what your gains could be. As opposed to just, getting into a stock, you're just hoping it can go up. You don't know when it's going to go up. You don't know when you're going to sell. You're just hoping. You're like, well, if it goes up, I'll sell. Or, when it comes to the put with the credit spread specifically, the reason I'm liking it so much is that, like I said, it defines your risk. You know how much collateral you're putting up. You know how much time the play is going to take out. So you can, by this time, I'm going to know whether I'm winning or not. It's either yes or no. Crazy Ivan says, hello, champ. Loop ring. Ivan, I've covered that like years ago. I'm just, to be honest with you, I forgot. Honestly, I know I covered it like over a year ago. And I remember liking it, but I completely forgot. So many things that we're covering out here, and it's obvious. It's been over a year. So I don't know what to say. I remember liking it, though. Lady Plants is saying, Crazy Ivan, are you Ivan on tech hiding? I remember we mentioned him. Someone said Ivan on meth, because he's got a lot of energy, and I like his show. I think he's a little bit clickbaity with the headlines and stuff, but it's a business. I get it. I don't approach it like that, but I understand why he's approaching it like that, and that's probably why he has more views than me. But that aside, I think that he's bright, and he provides some pretty good info, you know, and he's consistent. That's one thing. You got to give it up to people that are consistent. Crazy Ivan says, "Nah, I don't do meth." Yeah, he gets turned up. But that's just a joke. I don't think he's a meth head. That's for sure. Yeah, black coffee, no sugar or milk. Yeah, he says that. Yeah, I watch the show every once. I mean, I subscribe to a couple crypto guys. I'll check out Ivan on Tech. I watch him. Not all the videos, obviously, but you know, I'll watch it. Another one that I watch is Crypto Omar. Crypto. He's been around for a while, you know, way before I was around, and so I'll watch him, and I think that he's pretty honest too. I think he's like the most honest. Omar Crypto, I think he's the most honest. You know, maybe I'm wrong, you know, or he needs to trademark that. He's black coffee, no sugar or milk involved. Yeah. Hey, champ, if you're ever looking for another easy exchange that has a lot of small cap coins, I've been using KuCoin. Log in with your cell phone number. I think it's very easy. Yeah, I have a KuCoin account, and we've talked about that before. I know at one point KuCoin act funny bunny for some reason. I don't remember what happened, but I kind of stopped using them. I don't remember exactly why. I don't know what the funny bunny was. I know there was something suspect with them. Now I just can't remember. But yeah, I know I have an account. I haven't logged in a while because, you know, with Binance, the majority of the coins that I'm interested in are being traded there. Crystal Zilla says, Omar does seem genuine. Yeah, he does. Now, I don't always agree with him. And, you know, I would toughen up on certain things. But he seems like the type of guy that, you know, that I can have a smoke with. I would say a beer, but I'd rather have a smoke than a beer. Even though I'll have a beer too. But, you know, you get it. Yeah, so if they're listening, shout out to them, guys. Shout out to them. And, you know, shoot me an email, crampingcrypto@gmail.com. I'll throw you on the show. To anybody, it doesn't mean that you need to have a YouTube channel or anything. I already told you guys, if you want to chop it up online, send me an email. I'll call you anonymously from a private number, and we'll throw you online. And, you know, we'll keep, you know, if you want to keep yourself anonymous or not, or whatever you want to do, the champ respects it. Lady Plant says, I like Omar. Yeah, I like him too. I watch a few crypto guys. What's another crypto guy that I think has some really good edits, and like his content making ability is awesome. Now, like the information I really don't know, but Crypto Daily. He's kind of like a chubby guy out of like UK. His like the way he produces his videos, respect to that. And you know, he's got the memes down. He's got the chops. The way he does it is, he's got talent. Like you could tell that the gentleman has, you know, content production talent. You know, I would do videos like that, but you know, I'd rather just speak the truth unedited. You know, I can only imagine how much time he must spend to edit up a video that's like 10 minutes with so many cuts. Like that's why some of these guys, they only drop like a video every week or two, because they put a lot of time into the edits. You know, that channel specifically, Crypto Daily. Like I'm not even talking about the things he's taught, like the style. He like it's funny the way he chops it. It's pretty good. I love Crypto Daily. He's my boo. He's a crypto comedian for real. Yeah. I respect to the way he does the content. It's definitely going out. Have I ever like gotten any good tips? It's like to make a move to boom. No, I don't watch him for the kapump. You know, it's just like, you know, here's the fancy edit. It's like as a content creator, I'm like, all right, that's what's up. You know. I could respect the time you put into chopping up your video. Crazy Ivan, they've been trying to get on Binance, and Binance said, give me $1 million to get listed. Which one? Digibite? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure that, you know, you want to get on Binance, you got to pay the piper, you know. Ozzy used to be honest. Who's Ozzy? I don't know who that is. Let's run down the headlines here. Let's see. Am I sharing my screen? Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. All right. We got the Department of Justice proposing limiting internet firms' protections. Okay. Civil rights group call for ad Facebook boycott. Okay. Aunt Jemima brand to be dropped over oranges and racial stereotype. Wow. It's out of control, guys. They canceled Paw Patrol. Now, Aunt Jemima can't even push pancakes now. Wow. Who's giving into all this, guys? This is ridiculous. And how does the black community feel? Like, do you feel like does the black community feel like they're being pandered to? Because at this point, like, do you not see the pandering here? And like, do you really think the government really cares that much? I mean, I don't know. Bob from Cryptocurrency News is good. I don't know who that is. So yeah, shout out to him. Binance to launch UK trading platform for institutional and retail investors. Okay. Binance is on the move. Binance is on the move. Auntie Janama is actually racist. Oh, man. When you make everything about race, isn't that the definition of racism? Like, forget about color, right? Like, when everything is an issue about race, isn't that racism? I don't know. Like, companies and organizations don't want to be on the wrong side of history, says Derek McLean. Yeah, they're pandering though. They're pandering. They're pandering because, like, do they really care that much? They're just trying to like look good now, Lady Plant says she don't want Martha Stewart syrup. She'll put omega-3. Yeah. What happened with Aunt Jemima? She got bought out by Martha Stewart. Now we got omega-3 in it. Now they're selling it at your Starbucks. Wow. No, it's out of control. Like, when you see Amazon saying, Black Lives Matter, like, do you believe that? Or do you just feel like they're pandering at this point, Derek says they are. They're pandering or they're not. I don't know. It seems to me like they are. Like, listen, I agree. Black Lives Matter. People shouldn't be discriminated against, and it's obvious that people are racially profiled. Like, if you don't believe that people are racially profiled, then I don't know what to tell you. That's obvious. How about the stop and frisk in New York? Remember that? It was like stop and frisk was only in the hood. If you're, black or brown, you're being stopped and frisked. But there was no stop and frisk in the Upper East Side. You know what I mean? On the other hand, I bought Tom and Jerry on Blu-ray, and in the beginning of the DVD, it apologizes for racism. Yeah. But if they do things to help the black community, even if it's fake, people won't be mad. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand. They're just pandering, like they're acting like they're your friend, But, I guess there's some benefits, But again, guys, we got to let the racism stuff go. I mean, if you're judging everything based on race, then that's racism, guys, right? Am I wrong here or am I missing something? Because I understand that people are profiled, guys. I mean, come on. That's obvious. But, I mean, sheesh. And there's some people who won't let it go, guys. You could give reparations. You could give people everything. And there's some people that won't let it go. On both sides, okay? Give Auntie a relaxer or some twist and some updated clothes. Yeah, that's funny. They dumped Aunt Jemima. What's up with Paw Patrol now, guys? Now that I heard they're trying to cancel Paw Patrol. A Nickelodeon cartoon with dogs because, I don't know, they portray the police. Not that the police are not bad in the cartoon or something. It's out of control. Like, who's buying this shit? Like, seriously? Like, do you... like, if anybody's triggered about Paw Patrol, like, what's wrong with you? Like, let it go, guys. They can cut me a check, and NASCAR can send me some tickets to Talladega and Darlington. Growing up in New Orleans, champ, I got effed with by black cops and fought my way through public school. Yeah, that's true too. Like, try to go as a white boy. Try to go through the hood. Even like if you go through the hood and you're like light skinned, you'll also be profiled as well. Let's talk about the other side. Okay, come on, guys. I wouldn't say it's racism, but yes, you want to try and understand what's racism versus someone just being an asshole. But I don't dwell, says no FID. Keep making more and more rules to where life is going to suck for everyone except the puppet masters. Right. That's the truth. Definitely Spanish and black get racial profiled all day. That won't stop. Prayer is the only thing that can change stuff, but a lot of people don't pray. That's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Like, people want, guys, we don't need protests, guys. We need God. The next time somebody's protesting out there, guys, you don't need to protest. You need to pray. Okay, someone needs to throw that shirt on, praying over protest or something like that. Like, where's the meme at, guys? We don't need the protest. We need prayer. Protesting ain't going to do nothing for you, guys. You need to pray to the Lord. Lady Plants loves NASCAR. Queens love NASCAR. I like NASCAR. I've never really got into it, but I got nothing against NASCAR. I like fast cars. Why NASCAR got to be labeled a white boy thing? Like, is Queens a white boy? I don't know. And it doesn't matter. But, like, everybody should be able to rad race around the track. I'm not looking at the driver in the car. I'm looking at the car and seeing how fast it can go, praying instead of protesting. Yeah, guys, you don't need a protest. You need to pray, guys. The next time someone, the protest, guys, when was the last time you prayed? Imagine if people gathered to pray as much as they're gathering to protest. Imagine, guys. Imagine that. Imagine the power. Imagine if people gathered the streets and started, like, talking about Jesus and saying, nah, we need to stop this, and start praising the Lord like they praise in the street instead of going violent. Imagine we just had, like, celebrations everywhere. Shout out to Crypto Wonder. Salute champ in the chat. Shout out Crypto Wonder. I see you out there. Let me drop a bomb for you. Click this ad, Forge of Empires. They're running ads. It's probably another little DApp, blockchain DApp. Guys, download that Brave browser. I got to say it every single time. I know I'm shilling. I get $5 if you download the Brave browser link that I have in my description. You got to leave it installed for 30 days. Okay? So yes, I am shilling it, but it works and I'm getting crypto. I'm keeping it 1,000. Prayer does work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Come on, guys. You need to be praying. Okay. And for, I would say prayer over protest. I'm Spanish, but I'll act white if they let me drive a NASCAR. There you go. That's funny, man. Derek says, Queens, I'm trying to learn Spanish. There you go. Just throw on that Telemundo, that Univision. You could withdraw your Brave coins. Yeah, you can. But you have to have an Uphold account. It's KYC. That's kind of the twister, obviously. Now, you don't have to withdraw your coins. You can give them to someone else, or not. Or you can keep them there in your browser until you decide whether you want to send them to someone else or to verify yourself. But to start earning the coins, you don't have to do anything. And I'm verified with Uphold. It's no different than Coinbase, guys. And let me be clear. For everybody out there that's touting privacy and anonymity with crypto coins, it doesn't exist with Bitcoin or any of the top coins. You want privacy? Monero. Period. I'm black and I'll be nice if I get some NASCAR tickets. There you go. You keep it real, champ. True OG, bro. Shout out to No FID. I think I keep looking at your name like No ID, the producer that used to work with Kanye back in the day out of Chicago. For some reason, I look at that and I see No ID, but it's No FD. Toronto says Monero, only true crypto. I think out of the top 20, you got other cryptos that are also, private. I'm thinking of like the Mimblewimble coins. I think maybe like some of the other privacy. I don't know if it's Verge or some of the other Z coin. But, Monero, as far as like the top 20 coins that have liquidity, they've been around for a while. It's Monero. Now, you got other little baby coins that are probably also private. But, as far as a coin that has some weight, that has a community, that has some liquidity, yeah. Derek says, I love my friends, all colors and races, one love. Indeed. Yeah, guys, come on. I got kids and stuff. Like, will we ever even talk about none of that stuff with kids? I don't. Like, I really don't even ever mention. It's like, never once have my kids ever asked about, like, people's skin color or why does that person look. Never once. So, like, why would we even bring it up? So I keep moving. Like, why even bring that up? I'm not even bringing it up until he or she asks questions. Just the other day at some protest, some guy was jumped, shot like 3 people. One of the guys screamed, "We're going to kill you," while they were jumping him and pulled them. Okay, yeah, it's getting violent out there. Yeah. You won't catch me out there protesting, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. And you're talking to a victim of police brutality. I'm literally a victim of police brutality. I don't even like to use that word, but I don't know no other way to describe it. If you've been abused by the police and assaulted, then I guess you're a victim, right? But I'm not crying about it, guys. I'm not even out there protesting about it, guys. I'm trying to handle my business and stay away from the beast. That's one thing, guys. If you've been handled by the cops and you know what they can do, why would you even act up? Guys, you know they can pull the trigger on you. Why would you even act up? If they come up to you, it's no sir, yes sir, and get them out of your way. You should know the deal, especially if you grew up in a community that's underprivileged. Like, I don't understand why would you try to get slick with a cop? You know they got the gun. What are you trying to do? Because you already know that they're trigger happy. So like, I don't know what it is with some people. Like, because I'm not saying that the cops are right. It's obvious. But if you know they're out of control, then why would you even, like, I'm going to be honest. I'm Colombian and I call other Spanish people spics when they get me mad. That's funny. Toronto says exactly. Slice Keeper says he went there to find an excuse. But, it doesn't justify for the police to act out of control. You know what I mean? If you're running away and you even get, like, if you're not posing a life threatening to the police, they shouldn't be able to, pull the trigger on you or whatnot. But you should know, you should know that if you're going into jump in the water with sharks, then you run the risk of getting bit. Lady Plant says, I like cops, but I'm a woman. Yeah, but I've been seeing women be mistreated too, but I get you. Dealing with cops got to be like Smokey when Debo comes by. When he leaves, I'll talk again. That's what I'm saying, guys. You should already know the deal. Like, the first thing you do when cops come, don't say anything. That's like number one. Don't talk. Don't say anything. Just, no, I don't know. I don't know anything. Come on, guys. That's like 101. Why would you run your mouth? It's like, you don't know anything. Talk to the lawyer, and that's it. Crazy Ivan says behavior, not skin color. That's what I've been saying. Even MLK himself said it. He's like, I dream of the day that we could judge people based on the content of their character instead of their skin color. But it seems like nowadays everything's about skin color. What happened to the content of character? What happened to that, guys? Derek says, when cops come, I start talking white. But yeah, you see what I mean though? Like, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. If that's what it means that you can avoid being shot, then sheesh, I'll be doing the same thing. Got to be nice. Can't be acting like a damn wild lion. Got to be nice. Right. Whether you like that or not, you should know, if you're dealing with a force that could be violent, why would you even, Queen says, I know no one could call me racist. I go to an all-black church, and I love everyone there. In Brooklyn, you can look it up. Christian Cultural Center. There you go. Shout out to Queens. Derek goes transgender real quick. That's funny. Queen says, Derek, you're not the only one. That's funny, man. Boom. You guys are God jokes today. Gotta laugh a little bit, guys. Gotta laugh a little bit. Just a little. Ian Tattoo says you gotta learn to play the game. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If you were mistreated and, then go about it and, I don't know, file the complaint. I don't know what you could do. Or you're better off just avoiding it. Like, instead of trying to change the great white shark for biting and eating seals, maybe you shouldn't swim in the water with sharks. And at the same time, I get it. Certain people that they're not even looking for it and they show up at their doorstep. I get it. I understand that. But for the most part, we should be all of us should be trying to avoid, the beast. That's obvious. F12, isn't that a programming function? I believe so. All right, we covered a lot so far. We got, I talked about the Bitcoin options. I talked about selling calls, selling puts. I talked about the eBay play that I'm in. I'm also in a Fastly play, those put credit spreads. I've talked about that. If you want any more detail, let me know. I'm trying to find the new play for next week. Every week I do a put credit spread on the stocks that I've been winning with have been eBay, Work, NVIDIA, and Fastly. It's like I always look and I shop around to see what's the best ROI weekly with some of those plays. I try to get into plays where I sell puts that have about a 78% minimum probability of winning. So I'm more around 80% probability of winning. And the probabilities are given to you there in Robinhood. So that's the play now. As far as, I told you as far as Bitcoin, selling the calls, you can sell the puts. The stocks, let's see which ones are up. Fastly, wow. It's the number one stock on my watch list, and this is the play that I'm winning on too. So this is a cloud service. A Net, Square, Maker. Everything's looking good. I'm not going to be buying today. I will be shopping around for another put credit spread that'll be expiring on the 26th. And I'll let you guys know. I did put an order for Fastly, another one. I'll let you guys know what that is. I'll give you the Champ, I hate when people get stopped with. I hate when I get stopped with people and they try to act tough with cops. I did plenty of time behind bars. I'm smart enough to know those little encounters with cops and being shot can be avoided. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you've had interactions with police, if you've ever been in the belly of the beast, then you know the deal, guys. Like, why would you even be acting up? Just avoid it. You can't fight the beast one-on-one with your hands or even with one gun. That's not how you fight the beast. It's like, that's not what you do. You try to avoid it, and then you go towards the light. So really, you let the Lord defeat the beast. You go to the Lord, and He'll handle it for you. Okay, so Fastly, the order that I'm trying to get into with Fastly, I'll tell you, it's giving me a credit of 25 cents per 100. I'll tell you right now. Tell you right now. I'm out. Thanks, Champ. Good day. You too as well. Crazy Ivan, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you again soon. I'm back tomorrow. All right, so with Fastly, I'm trying to get into play with a put of 47.5. Okay, and I'm buying one at 46.5, credit of 25 cents. And that one hasn't been filled yet. It's probably selling around 20 cents. I'm trying to pick it up at 25 so I can get a bigger credit. Champ, security over privacy or privacy over security? I think the question's more like privacy and freedom. If you sacrifice one, or like, the Benjamin quote. I think that's a loaded question, though. That's a loaded question because what are you securing and what are you trying to keep private? I'd rather have my house secure than worry about, I don't know, maybe sharing a couple pictures or, I don't know. It depends on like the level of the degrees, things. It's not one or the other. But as a rule of thumb, we would probably go with freedom over security most of the time. All right, guys, we've been on for 51 minutes. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Let me know what's shaking and baking out there. I'll give you guys some information of what I'm getting into and what's happening out there, guys. One in 3 chance that a massive disaster that could be worse than COVID. That's why you always got to be ready with your storm supplies, guys. I told you, make sure you have cash. Make sure you have supplies at home for, just in case the lights go out, because that could happen. They could just cut the lights on everybody. It happened. The blackout happened in New York before. If you haven't been in a blackout, it could happen. It could be some days without power. Are you guys prepared? Okay. Just make sure that you got some cash on hand. You got some water. Are you strapped? You got some eggs? And then you could worry about the other plays, but make sure you have some, disaster supplies. Just a few, just a few. I really talk about that Berkey filter because I think it's one of the top things that you could have at home and something you use all the time. It takes out the fluoride out of the water. It's an expensive filter, usually 300 plus, but it's a gravity filter, so there's no plug and play or nothing you could take. It's a camping supply. You could filter lake water. You never have to buy water again, basically. Those filters last for over at least a year. I think it's 12,000 gallons. And you got it in OFD. Food, water, ammo, and the Bible. You got it. You need a generator. Yeah, I mentioned that I got one. Was it last week or the week before? I picked one up, gas generator. I haven't even opened the box. It's still in the box. Hopefully I don't even have to use it. But I probably need to give it a little test run. Make sure it's okay, but it's gas powered. I think you could also connect a propane. So, I'll have a little gas tank here and have it, just in case. But yeah, this generator has a 240 volt outlet so that I can hook up the refrigerator to it if I want. I think I can even run a washing machine on the thing. And that one ran me about $400 on Amazon. It's a little baby one. It's not that much wattage, but I think it's enough. Also, I got, a stand-up AC unit, just in case, you want to have some sort of air conditioning, especially now in the summer. They cut the power out in the middle of the summer. You don't want to be baking and. I need a glizzy. Yeah, the generators. I picked it up and I was dancing and prancing. I've been telling myself, I'm like, I don't want to spend this money on a generator right now, but I'm like, you know what? Might as well get it now because, at any point, it's going to be like hurricane season now too. And, all those storm supplies the whole East Coast, they're going to I can guarantee that there's going to be some hurricane scares on the East Coast because, they make money off of it and it's the perfect time to keep scaring people. So, as soon as they pull out one of those scares, like, oh, this category 35 is coming to the East Coast. Everybody get ready. That everything's going to be sold out at that time. So, I'm already ready. Actually, I went I have a water filter and I even bought more water today just to have there on the sidelines, just in case. Some hurricane stocks, Home Depot. Got to get a big fan and some ice. Yeah, listen, another thing to do, and this is something I did before getting the generator, a lot cheaper. Buy yourself one of those big coolers. like a big, huge igloo cooler, like the big white ones. I don't know how many gallons, but it's a big one. That way you could store some extra ice in there too. You could always have ice. I think the ice could store like at least a few days. You could keep it in that cooler cold. I would say at least 3 or 4 days. Lowe's and Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot's a lot bigger though. I like Lowe's. It's but Home Depot's a bigger company. Shout out to Rafterman. Good morning, Rafterman. Yeah, so I can expect. I mean, like I'm pretty sure that the media is gonna double down on natural disaster this season. They did it a few years ago where they scared the entire East Coast. I mean, even up to New York, they were freaking people out with hurricanes. So it was all the way, from Florida all the way up the East Coast, the whole thing. And like I think it never even came or something. It's always worse on the news than what actually happens, guys. You know that. But that being said, you want to be ready because like there's a scare, and then you check on Amazon, you go to your store, you can't even buy water, you can't buy toilet paper. Just make sure you have it. That's why I'm always stacked up. Always a little stack here. That way, the news plays any funny bunny, I don't got to do anything. I don't got to do anything. Where is John X Army? I think they scared him. Who's that? John X Army. Shout out to Rafter, man. He's in here. Covered a lot on this stream. I'll take a few more comments and questions, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off, guys. Oh, let me check D-Live. I haven't even looked at D-Live this whole entire broadcast. See if there's anybody hanging out there on D-Live. I know Stimp was there at the beginning of the broadcast. We got a couple people there on D-Live. I'll give it a few minutes. If somebody shows up here, Christo's dropping some. Oh, let me check D-Live. I haven't even looked at D-Live this whole. Mute that. And we're on D-Live over here. Yeah, I'll see if a couple people pour in the box, and I'll throw out some lemons. Two people over there on YouTube. I don't got my counter anymore. This sucks. I got to hit up Restream.io and ask them, can you bring back the counter? Because, come on. Okay, I see we got about 14 people here on YouTube. I hit up Restream.io. There you go. Kaboom. Champ gotta go. God bless you and everyone in the box. Stay safe. Everyone. Indeed. Wow, I noticed right now, like you dropped that comment, Queens, and it took like 5 seconds for it to get into my other software. I saw it first here, and then like 5 seconds later, it jumped up on my what's it called? My interface here. Anyhow, yeah, thank you for stopping by, Queens. I appreciate you. God bless, and hopefully you stop by tomorrow. Stay strong out there. All right, guys, stay strong. I'm out as well. So drop a comment. I didn't do the morning update video today. Maybe I'll do an afternoon update. If not, I'll be back. We do the live stream every day. We'll be here. And guys, make sure you follow on D-Live. Throw the post notifications because I'll pop up on you guys and I start playing videos. I even left the Maritime Admiralty Law video by Maxwell up, and that one's fire in my opinion. I mean, it's not entertaining, but like the facts, the dialectic that he drops there is straight flames. Toronto says, Champ, thoughts on Digibyte currently? I don't know much about Digibyte because I'm not holding it. I obviously know about it, and it's been around for a while. Semi-strong community. I've seen that it's moving because there's speculation that Coinbase may list it. Other than that, I don't know what else to say. I'm not really a hodler of Digibyte, but I'm not mad at it, and I've definitely heard good things about it. Set up to stay out of the mob action. You got it. Avoid the mobs. Exactly. No no ID. I keep calling it no FD with the thumbs up. Thank you so much. All right, guys. On that note, I'm out of here. Stay strong. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thanks for tuning